Hey, Allison, I was talking with a client and they had a $25,000 tax surprise because one of the spouses did not update their paycheck stub. What happened? We're back with another episode of Wealth Building Made Simple with Allison Rife Martin, the CPA extraordinaire. What's going on, Allison?
Life's like a box of chocolates, only if you plan and prepare.
I like it.
That
I like it. I like chocolate and I like being
another
prepared.
another hook to go back to listen to the Captain Jack Sparrow song that Michael Bolton and the Lonely Guys sing because there is a great transition where he talks about life's like a box of chocolates. Forrest Gump, obviously. So when you think life is like a box of chocolates and you look to it's a box of chocolates if you plan and prepare. To go back to your idea of your client who had the unexpected $25,000 worth of tax bill because they didn't plan. I've had a couple of those myself too. Um, again, because they didn't prepare, they didn't look at their paycheck, they didn't, sit there and think, gosh, am I withholding the right amount? Um, you know, are there other employee benefits I'm not taking advantage of that can reduce my taxable income, like a 401k, those kind of things. And so it would go back to a question we've asked before. How often do you actually pull your paycheck out of your employee portal?
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah, see, you just answered my question. Most of us don't because the money shows up in our checking account. It must be right. I must be in good shape. Well, not really if at the end of the year you were completely surprised with an unexpected $25,000 bill that you probably didn't prepare or save for, or you didn't review your paycheck enough to say, hey, is there a way for me to maximize my investment in my 401k if the company offers it? Or should I start, looking at other options like making estimated quarterly payments? What kind of things should I be thinking about doing? And it starts with reviewing your check at the beginning of the year, in the middle of the year, and on a quarterly cadence. Again, this is especially important if your income is variable, like you're a salesperson getting commissions.
how do
That's really important to check it.
how do you know what to put on the withholding part? Because that's the part where it says how many what do you want to claim for withholding, and then you gotta like click on different links and go to different websites and go many places, and you just like well, I don't know, just whatever, just pick that number. How do you know what
I
to
was
pick?
I will say the W-4 form that the IRS created in 2020 is really not very user friendly. So what you should do I would probably say when you pull your pay stub at the first of the year, look at how much tax has been withheld. Look at what your tax bill was from last year. So then I would then take and we'll do a math example here just to make it easy. Let's say my tax bill last year was $12,000. Well, I pulled my paycheck from that was paid on January 1st, and I see they're only withholding, and I only get paid once a month, and they're only withholding uh, 500 bucks. Well, 500 times 12 is $6,000. I'm not, by the end of the year, I'm not going to have enough withheld, and I'm going to owe at the end of the year. Well, so now what can I go back and do? I can go back to my W-4 and say, could you please withhold an additional $500 from my pay stub?
So you can type in like the amount instead of pushing like that number. I think that don't they ask you to pick like one, two, three, four, or something like that? Not
So they
anymore.
ask you if it's you're either doing withholding it single or married separately or married filing joint. There's some other options too. Do you have dependents or an extra job? But just a quick and dirty way to do it is, like I said, what did you owe last year?
Got it.
What's been withheld? And then in June, pull your pay stubs. And again, let's say that we know our tax bill is going to be 12,000 bucks, and I'm halfway through the year and they've withheld $7,500. Well, can I make some adjustments downwards? I mean,
You
and
make it sound
again,
so easy.
it isn't even just about checking was the proper tax being withheld? Are you being paid the right amount? If you got a raise, did it kick in? If you got a bonus, did you get it? Are you contributing to your 401k if your company offers it? Are they having you enrolled and are you properly enrolled in benefits? And again, more importantly, is tax being withheld because people do make mistakes. So you want to, and while the payroll company is supposed to withhold it, ultimately it's your responsibility to make sure it's correct.
So
So you
you
want to go back and check
so
it.
so you're telling me all I have to do is just check my numbers and check them periodically.
And I was going to say, I think we've even talked about this before. There is freedom in the discipline of checking. Because what happens if you need to go out and buy a new car or some big unexpected bill comes up? How do you know if you have it? Or you get the surprise tax bill, but you shouldn't because you planned and prepared so that your life could be like a box of chocolates.
I like it. I like it. You know exactly how many chocolates are in there, if there's nuts or no nuts, like
Or
if
are
it's
you allergic
milk
to
or
something?
right, if it's milk or dark chocolate, right? It's just clear and understood. I like that. I like that. Let
Oh my
everybody know how
gosh.
they can reach you if they're interested in making their financial life like a beautiful box of dark chocolates.
Mm. I was going to say, you can reach me at my website, rifemartincpa.com, or you can email me at info@rifemartinaccounting.com, and I'd love to talk with you about this and any other topic. But thanks again. This was a really fun one.
It definitely was. Thanks for sharing. Hey, make sure y'all like and subscribe to get more tips from the pros, me and Allison.
Philip Washington Jr. is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and does not intend to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk and, unless otherwise stated, are not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.